hell of a funny guy. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the great VJ Preziosi.
How you doing? As excited for the holidays? No, exactly, no one is. I'm honestly at the point where I feel like we have too many holidays. We keep inventing new holidays every year, and the timing of them is always inconsistent, so sometimes we can have multiple holidays on the same day, and that can get awkward. I learned over the summer. I was walking out of a Barnes & Noble, and this lady in front of me dropped her purse. So I tried to be a nice guy. I picked it up and I handed it to her. She's like, "Oh, thank you. Happy Father's Day." I was like, "I'm not a father, though." She's like, "Okay, happy Juneteenth." I went, "Getting colder." I think you know what that day is. And then she was like, "Happy Pride Month." I didn't want her to be wrong again, so I just went, "Guilty." Probably didn't need to do this shit when I told her. I commit, all right? I wanted her to be really right. She wasn't a bad person, she was just ignorant. But sometimes ignorant people say shit that I like. I was in a Target one time, and I overheard this guy talking to his buddy. He was just like, "Ugh, I don't want to talk to anyone who does that crap." I was like, "Yo, is that all it takes to get people to leave you the fuck alone?" But I don't want any days talking to me either, so I changed my pronouns online to we/us. Oh, let me tell you, no one wants to talk to you when you identify as multiple people. It's because I've had friends come up to me like, "Hey, VJ, you want to go bowling?" And I'm just like, "Oh, we don't really like bowling. It makes us angry." I haven't bowled in 5 years, guys. It's been pretty sweet. Gets me into some awkward interactions. I wish I had that a couple of years ago. I used to work at a gas station. I had this old creepy guy that worked with us. And one day he's just complaining about our job. He comes up to me, he's like, "Say this kid, I don't even need this place. I got a stack of vintage Playboys from the 70s, sealed. I could just sell those and make a fortune." I was like, "All right, whatever, dude." He's like, "I'll bring him in tomorrow and prove it." I was like, "That wasn't a challenge." He comes in the next day with the Playboys. He's like, "Here." I'm like, "Dude, these aren't sealed. The pages are just stuck together." That situation got me a little salty, guys. Those pages, all right. Speaking of Playboy, they had a documentary come out recently. It's called Secrets of Playboy, and if you haven't seen it, it's just a bunch of interviews with former Playmates, and it's all about how horrible it was working at the Playboy Mansion, what a piece of shit Hugh Hefner was. And I'm at a conflict, because I want to feel bad for these chicks, but it's like, you didn't know this place was going to suck going in? Like, it's not a good sign when the employee handbook says you'll be fired for turning 30. That's not a good place to work. I was trying to feel bad for them, but they're saying some dumb things in the interview. Like, this one chick was like, "How was I supposed to know that Hugh Hefner was into bestiality?" I was like, "Sweetie, you're a bunny." You never thought that was weird? I'm just saying, my ex got fired from being a teacher in middle school. If she ever dressed me up as an 8th grade boy, I'm gonna assume there was an incident at some point. But my favorite thing is after that documentary started getting traction, Playboy put up this sassy statement going, "Today's Playboy is not the same as Hugh Hefner's Playboy." I was like, okay, yeah, that doesn't mean you're a good organization now, just because you're different doesn't mean you're good. To me, that's stupid. That's like if after the first 9/11 documentaries came out, Al-Qaeda put out a statement going, "Look, those guys don't even work here anymore." We have an HR department. Talk to Sharon in accounting. She doesn't have hands. All right. So dating's weird. No, all right. So I learned something with dating apps recently. Did you guys know that women want to date a guy who has a bed frame? Why is that funny? I didn't know pussy was sponsored by Sleepy's. No one told me this. We have a boat, a big dick, and a bed frame. High standards, if you ask me. I didn't know this until I brought her over to my place, and she walked in my room, and she was like, "You have a 4K TV and no bed frame?" I was like, "You have a $2,000 necklace and no eyebrows?" And then she was like, "Ah, but the chemo." And I was like, "I don't care about your horse." It has a happy ending. I drove back to the hospital. We got bed frames there, right? Bitch. I didn't have a type when I was younger. I was really into emo girls. Like I was emo too, but I was never really into the slitting my wrist thing. I just enjoyed getting up to my wrists and their slits, if you know what I mean. And There was this one chick I was seeing, she would cut herself, but she didn't want to call it cutting herself, she called it self-decoration. Really trying to turn that negative into a positive, huh? You think what Saddam Hussein was letting gay people get stoned to death, he was coming on TV like, hey, that sounds negative. We like to call that Fruity Pebbles over here. Yeah, but we had sex a lot, but I fucked up one time and I accidentally got her pregnant. Yeah, but here's the thing, I was emo and she was emo, so I think that made the baby emo too, because he killed himself in the womb. Yeah, we had an emo miscarriage, but that sounds negative. I like to think of it as a Fallout Boy. I'll be at a children's party after this. Anyone ever dated a high maintenance person before? Yeah, what'd she make you do? Too much? That's right. She made you, hey, maybe this time you come second, I come first. That is too much. I dated this one chick. Here's my problem with high maintenance chicks. They want to be treated like fucking Disney princesses. And this one chick I was dating last year for Valentine's Day, I had to do everything. And I did. I bought her a purse. I took her to a 5-star restaurant. I took her to a spa. Not only did she not do anything for me, she didn't even say thank you afterwards. And then to add insult to injury, when we got back to our place, she looked at me and she was like, you know, a good boyfriend would make me a bubble bath. I was so fed up at that point. I looked at her dead in the eye and I was like, well, if you think about it, every bath is a bubble bath. When I hold your fucking head underwater. She got treated like a princess that night. Just happened to be the Little Mermaid.